Sorry about that, cats and kittens. I had my microphone muted. We were messing with sound earlier because we were going to try to record with a friend of ours who was joining us over Discord, and that didn't work out. We didn't end up recording, but I had messed with my sound levels and accidentally set it to where I wasn't recording my voice just now. So here we go. Alice's Adventures on PowerWash. So last time we accidentally missed seeing the Cheshire Cat at the end of the room at the end because I wanted to clean the doors and then turn around and do a big reveal. And then the time lapse showed us that the cat was there, but we missed seeing it. So I'm going to be careful and try not to do anything fancy like that this time. Bill the Lizard. Okay. Bill talks with a Cockney accent, at least in the Disney version of Alice in Wonderland. I will probably butcher it if I try to do a Cockney accent, so I'm not going to try very hard. Just the words that are very clearly of that dialect. Um, so forgive me, anyone who knows what that accent should sound like. All right, Governor, you must be the Hoojama Flip with thingamajig, and not a moment too soon, I'd say. That there's Mr. Rabbit's place, with several ulls in it what have no mind being there, if you get me meaning. Unfortunately, he ain't around to tell you any more than that, so he's orf trying to apprehend a 20-foot girl what's disappeared into thin air. Thin air. Good luck with that, I'd say. Anyway, you better get to it. I mean, there's an ouse caked in coat. No, no, I mean coated in cake. And then there's you with your great wet water cannon thingamabob. Oh, I feel so bad because we like to watch Stress Monster 101 on Hermitcraft, and she has that kind of accent, and I just did horribly. And well, not that Stress would ever watch me and hear me completely butchering her accent. We're gonna get dressed up in the Alice in Wonderland stuff. Alice in Wonderland. Alice's Adventures, sorry. There we go. I think the sound might be a little high. Let's see if we can adjust the audio. At least it's loud to me. So I'm going to turn the water down some because I don't want to try to talk over really loud water. Let's see. Controller. Audio. I'm going to turn that down. We're going to turn the water way down. I don't know what water tone versus water volume do, but that should hopefully do it. We're just going to turn everything down a bit because it was very loud to me. Hopefully not that loud to you. Uh, but since I didn't want to start the level without being streaming, I didn't really test out the sound on this. I just tested the sound in the store and heard the whooshes. I don't mind saying that White Rabbit's as mad as a hat full of angry carrots. I mean, wouldn't you be? After an after an hard day, rushing here and there and anywhere, and he comes home, opens his door to see what? We cleaned the door handle. Yay. Sometimes for some of this stuff you can't tell what's dirt and what's actually part of the... Ah, hey, we're getting the dings. Yay. Now I did turn around to clean a door, so... But I did start with facing this way, and I don't see the Cheshire Cat lurking for us, so... We should be good. We're not missing anything. Good evening, Darker Reeve? I hope I said that right. Or is it more French like rêver? I don't see an accent, so welcome to the chat. Darker is fine. Okay, thank you. As I said, welcome. I feel like Alice in Wonderland and PowerWash Simulator uh, crashed together in this lovely psychedelic colored world right here that we're cleaning up. Uh, let's see. I'm kind of concentrating. I've got a headache today, so I don't know how long I'm going to stream. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this whole level. And we spent the day going through a um, trial chamber with our friend Viz. We is myself and Don the Baseman. So you'll see some of my videos are done with Don the Baseman, especially my Minecraft videos. We were going to record that, but we were having difficulty with the sound and then with the capture. I tested it out and the capture was being all fragmented and pixely. And yes, Minecraft is basically pixels, but it was not good. So I decided I'd rather just go ahead and play while we had our friend with us than keep messing with all the technical stuff. So that did not get recorded or streamed, unfortunately, because we had a good time and it probably would have been fun to watch because Viz is a trip. He runs around on his own and causes mischief, so he's fun to play with. And um, and of course we had to fight all the mobs and everything in the trial chamber, so it was fun. And unfortunately we couldn't share it because of technical difficulties. You can hear that clock tick, tick, tick. When that's the only sound, it's very ominous. If you need to cut out early, your health is more important. Well, thank you. And I don't think my thing that's supposed to be showing the activity feed is actually showing. So the comment was, you do you. If you need to cut out early, your health is more important. And I do agree. But I also like to play me some PowerWash Simulator. Alright. This is very, even with the grime, it's very pretty. Look at all the handprints. Oh, those must be supposed to be Alice with her hand all covered in cake frosting. Because the premise is that you've come after Alice goes through Wonderland and you're cleaning up the mess that she made. And so, here's Bill the Lizard. Again, I'm not going to try to do the Cockney accent as long as the phrasing of the words don't kind of require it. So anyways, White Rabbit does what any proud homeowner would do. He climbs up to the window, tooting away, but no sooner had he got up to the window than this huge hand comes out and swats him away like he was a gnat or something. And I apologize for any delays in responding to anything on chat. I do have Chatty open to make a noise whenever somebody says something in chat, but sometimes it sounds like something in the game. So I might not realize it. I'm half blind, so I can't actually see the chat without completely turning my head in that direction. So um, I apologize again in advance for any delays in responding. This is a cute. Oh, look at the carrot. The carrot makes me want a carrot cake, actually. The way the carrot's against the yellow. I know a carrot cake usually has a more whitish frosting, but it's still reminding me of a carrot cake, the way it's always decorated on top with little orange carrots in the frosting. I like all sorts of cake, but usually when people ask me what my favorite is, I'll say the carrot cake my sister makes for me. And people don't realize it yet. It's specifically my sister's carrot cake because she is making it specially for me, and that makes it special. I mean, I love carrot cake, but it's not my all-time favorite. I don't really have an all-time favorite. I just like cake. I'd be in trouble going into Wonderland and eating the cake too, growing to huge portions. I'll get that top part after I get the inside here. I try to be methodical so I don't. It makes it easier for me to not miss anything. So like, I'll pick a thing to go around. In this case, right now I'm doing the inside of the fireplace. Let's see what we're missing. Oh, under. I'm already as low as I can go though, and I don't have any mushrooms to eat to make me smaller. There we go. Have I had mushrooms? No, I can't remember. I know that she drinks a potion and she eats some cake. Oh yeah, the mushrooms do both because one side of the mushroom makes her larger, one side makes her smaller. That's right. But was that Looking Glass or Wonderland? I don't know. All right. Very psychedelic. This is like 60s trippy. I love I really like the stained glass. That's pretty. That's not quite so psychedelic, but it's still very pretty. And I like the the way the roots are. I'm assuming this is roots. Kind of playing with the idea that rabbits usually have burrows, so they'd be underground. So this would be roots, which reminds me of a Minecraft build that Don the Baseman and I did on our friend's Minecraft realm. My house was a tree, and I had the roots down in the cellar. And since Don's house was right next to mine, we just connected our basements to make a nice big storage room. And we had the roots coming down and um, breaking part of the roof of his house's build so that it looked like the root system was taking over his house. So, oh, it was something we did together and it was pretty cool looking. I can't say as much for the rest of the tree because I never really did get around to like furnishing it or doing anything fancy. It was just a squat little tree. But the basement looked cool. And then we ended up moving our base to a different location, so I don't think I'll ever go back and pretty it up anymore. But then again, the story of the tree was that it had been hit by kind of like a meteorite, so it went through several iterations before I finally settled on just a simple tree. And so my story for that, the lore, if you will, was that it had been destroyed and it was just growing back. The roots were still somewhat intact, which is why they were big enough to be breaking into the neighbor's basement. The neighbor being the Redstone Alchemist. Is that what you were called? Redstone Alchemist?
Yeah, the Redstone Alchemist.
Redstone Alchemist, because Don did redstone and made potions, so he's the Redstone Alchemist. And that was the story there. It's fun to have stories, especially in Minecraft, because it's so creative. You just build whatever you want, and it's all those dings from all the clocks. No wonder there's so much ticking. Kind of reminds me of Doc Brown's place in Back to the Future, which I'm old enough to have seen back when it came out. I am an old lady. That has a nice rhythm to it. I like it. It's kind of soothing and hypnotic. Of course, they use watches for hypnosis. There's a reason for it. So he tries again and gets the same treatment. Remember W Back to the Future came out? Or when Back to the Future came out? Oh, I remember. Okay. Sorry, the stream chat window had it broken up weird so that I was on a different line, which was kind of odd. So, yeah, I remember too. I had a huge crush on Michael J. Fox when I was younger. And so, of course, I had to watch Back to the Future.
Did
And
you see your chat?
yeah, I saw the chat. I'm answering it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Don was just pointing out that you had said something. I actually remembered to turn chatty on and the noise that it makes doesn't blend in with the game like it did on Little Kitty Big City. All right, at this point, now I missed the messages. Hopefully you saw the messages. Actually, I can go see the messages. All right, in here. See. Enormous arm going, giving them the elbow. That's what. Or was it a knee? So, anyways, Rocket Rabbit does what any proud homer. I missed those too. He climbs up to the window, tooting away. But no sooner had he got up to the window than this huge hand comes out and swats him away like he was a gnat or something. I said that one. Straight into his prize-winning cucumber frame. So he tries again and gets the same treatment. At this point, I volunteered at his suggestion. Sounds like he was voluntold to climb in through the chimney. Flamin' Nora, I was given the boot such as makes you forget what day it is. It's still yesterday, right? Uh, I can just see a couple different versions of Alice in Wonderland with poor Bill getting kicked. Most prominently in my memory, of course, is the Disney version. For Disney films, they did a decent job with Alice in Wonderland. They did chop and mix up Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. But given that, they still did a fairly good job of keeping the story and pretty much going with the actual story. You know, given that they took out a lot of each of them, but made a pretty cohesive film of both. And I rather like the music and everything. Of course, I am somewhat of a Disney fan, but I've seen other versions of Alice in Wonderland. Like one had Scott Baio and oh, which character was he? I think he was the Mock Turtle. I think. I don't remember. I don't remember who all was in. I think the guy who played George Jefferson was in that version. There are so many versions of Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. And of course, I can also picture the illustrations from the book. I'm just a pretty big Alice in Wonderland fan. But I keep expecting the clocks to all go off just like they did in Doc Brown's house or lab. What is his lab more like that? Unless he lived in his lab, then it would be his house too. That would be one sugary cake. Oh look, sparkles! Away they go, just like everything else. What do we reveal here? Cabbage. Maybe. I think it's just a rug that happens to have something that. Oh, that sounds like we had a visit from the Cheshire Cat. That's the laughter we had in the last one. Oh, I missed him. That's kind of creepy though. Well, that came out of nowhere. I loved it. And I'm trying not to burst into singing the Disney songs because I don't want to get copyright struck by Disney. That's the last thing I want. I am way too small of a channel to do anything about that. I just say, yeah, okay, it was your song. I sang it. I'm sorry. And that would be that. My husband is playing Elden Ring. And that is a contrast. You got Elden Ring with its dark, gloomy atmosphere, and here I am with a nice psychedelic, bright pink frosting. Yes, we're in the same room, so it makes it kind of fun to be recording, especially when we record together. It really does add to it because then we just have a conference speaker on and um, one sound source, which is why we had difficulty trying to record with Biz earlier because that was two sound sources and it just wasn't liking it. I mean, it can do two sound sources, but um, we really would have had to break it out to three because it was picking up the his voice from the conference room mic and hearing it from. So it was basically doing echoes, and we would have had to both put on headphones to avoid that, which we were gonna do until I saw that also the screen capture was not doing well. It was doing a pixelated thing. So I was like, nah, it's not. If we have to wear headphones and it's still gonna be bad picture quality, we're not gonna do it. Well, you just stream the play the way we usually do. A human, oh, once a human, once a human zombie apocalypse type game. Cool. Gathering resources. Awesome. Yeah. One of Don's favorite games is what's it? Dead by Daylight. Um, and that's a zombie apocalypse game, and he loves it. He has played it several times. I don't even know what I'm getting clean. It must be like the window frame, the little window bits. Uh, oh, the pillow and the carrot. That one's not reminding me of a carrot cake because it's definitely bigger and fluffier than frosting. Ah, the White Rabbit's gloves. So many familiar things in such a different setting. Of course, if you want different, there's American McGee's Alice. That's a very, very dark one. I've never played it. It was out before my time of like really playing a lot of video games. And plus, when I tried it, my computer wasn't compatible with it. So if there was no way of taking back the house, there was only one thing for it. We had to make her leave by her own will. And it's so satisfying to have the water washing everything away. I love this dresser. There's like a little owl. That's adorable. I don't know why a rabbit would have an owl dresser, but that's fine. That's the decisions that they made. It goes with the whole tree decor. And actually, this does look more like it's in a tree rather than under the ground. But of course, we don't get to see the outside unless we end up having to clean the outside. Then we may see the outside, but not right now in this level. Have we got everything on the owl? We've got to get behind the owl. Trying to get this little flower lamp clean. That is adorable too. I would not mind having a lamp like that. That's cute. Except that it's not very practical. It needs to be pointed down. Unless you had a chair like right here. Then it would be good. The light would hit right to be able to read or something by that light. Critiquing the furniture in Alice in Wonderland. Okay. That is what we have come to. I do like the all the wood grains and everything though. Making it like he's living in a tree. Or at least in the root system, very base of the tree, maybe. Maybe that's where it is, where the roots come up and go into the tree. The tree's like the type with a nice thick root system at the bottom. That's what I'm imagining, anyways. I just love the wood grain. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And hopefully the water sound is coming through all right. I turned it way down because it was very loud to me. And but it is one of the popular things about PowerWash is the nice soothing sound of the water just swooshing, swoosh. Probably much more soothing than the sound of my voice, that's for sure. Uh, Here we are again, cleaning the roots. I do sometimes make folk songs, or at least parts of folk songs. I never finish them. I'm horrible about that. Oh, I totally missed this part. I went right by it. Probably because I was concentrating on the floor. There we go. Getting the sweet, sweet dings. And we're back to hearing all the clocks. We're back at Doc Brown's lab with all the ticking. Don just repeated sweet, sweet dings. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking. That's not the words to the song. As time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. And I'm not going to sing much more of that because I don't want to get copyright struck. 72% done with this room. We'll see if it leads into another room. Okay. Oh yeah, missing a lot up there. And as always, I'm leaving the ladder and just mostly using the environment to get where I want. Part of it's challenge, part of it's because the ladder can be annoying sometimes because once you pick it up, you have to set it up in one of the places where it's allowed to be set up. You can't just drop it back down. And sometimes that gets in the way. Because when you get near the ladder, you automatically climb it, which is very understandable. It's just the way mechanics go. I mean, that happens in Minecraft and most other games with ladders that I know of. So, but it does get annoying, which is why I try not to use the ladder too much until I absolutely have to. Like I did a level earlier for the Muckingham's Files 4, which Muckingham Files is like their kind of like X-Files type of thing for Muckingham, which is the town that PowerWash Simulator takes place in. The regular stories, not the DLCs, which are like there's a SpongeBob DLC, there's a Warhammer one, and of course here's this the Alice in Wonderland one. But the ones that are the vanilla game, I guess you'd say, uh, those take place in a town called Muckingham. So Muckingham Files, they do some seasonal releases. They being the developers, do some seasonal releases and call them Muckingham Files. And there's generally a couple scenes to clean up. And so I did one of those earlier today, and it was on a plane, so I had to use the ladder to get up on the wings of the plane and everything. But generally, in a closed environment like this, where there's furniture and everything to climb up on, I can usually get the job done without using the ladder at all, except for moving it to be able to clean under it. Like there, you can see. Oh, that's part of the clock on the floor. Wow, that is an impressive clock. You do not escape time in the White Rabbit house. Kind of makes time seem kind of villainous. I'm gonna have to move this. Is time a villain? Or is it neutral? Where can I set this? Oh, there, it flashed. There we go. That should be out of the way. Whee! Wait, I just heard a hoo, hoo. Wonder if that's supposed to be wind or if there's actually supposed to be an owl somewhere. There we are. This portion of the floor is almost done. There it goes. It's done. All those dings. Yeah, there it goes again. Ooh, it's really quiet. Of course, that just might be my sound settings, or it might be intentional. I wonder if there will be a level with the caterpillar. It is a very important character in Alice in Wonderland, and of course, a prominent figure in the song about Alice in Wonderland, which I can't sing because one, copyright, two, it's about drugs. So while I was preparing the lightning rod and the torches, everyone suddenly started checking whatever they could find through the windows. It was mayhem, it was. Just imagine that in an accent, because I know I would butcher it. I really need to practice my accents more. I used to be alright with voice acting, because I've taken voice for the performer, because I was a theater education major in college. That's when Dormouse started luzzing cakes. I don't think I've ever heard luzzing before. "What you doing?" I asks. So I really should be able to do voices, but it has been many, many years. And so I don't, um, and I'm not as good as I was because I haven't been keeping in practice. So I really should practice. "Easy," he says. "As soon as she realizes that there's more cake outside the house than inside it, she'll come running." And he was right. She disappeared into thin air. I guess they're assuming she was after cake. Of course, we know the story. Have fun. I should take care of some stuff before I call it a night. Well, thanks for joining, Darker, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you gathered all the resources you needed in your zombie game, and have a good night. And here we are, back to just the clocks and me.
Oh, there's two of you guys, huh?
And Don talking to his game. That's okay. I'm talking to
Oh,
whatever.
oh, you hurt.
I love the pink frosting. Kind of makes me scared of what the cake actually was, though. I mean, that bright, that much food coloring. Oh my gosh. Well, of course, the cake was doing worse things to Alice than just whatever food coloring does to you, or at least more direct things, more immediate reactions. There is anecdotal evidence that actually uh, avoiding food coloring can have an effect. Help you feel cleaner and healthier. Again, it's anecdotal. I don't know what the scientific proof is, but uh, there is anecdotal evidence that it can help you feel better if you don't have all the artificial stuff. And of course, the artificial stuff is sometimes made with natural stuff. So it all depends on how your body reacts to different things. Like, um, it's really popular to avoid gluten currently. And there's no actual health benefit to it except if you are sensitive to it. There's the celiac disease, I think it's called. That you have to avoid gluten. Uh, and then there are some people with sensitivity to it, so yeah, they should avoid it. Otherwise, it's just like anything else, like moderation. Gluten's not going to hurt you directly unless you're like pigging out on stuff with gluten, which would be carbs, because the stuff with gluten is generally like flour and whatnot. So um, now I will say that the fad for avoiding gluten is helpful in that there's lots of gluten-free food available for the people who do have a sensitivity and who do have to avoid gluten. And me saying that it's not harmful, just remember, like I said, people's bodies react differently to different things. So if you have something with gluten and you feel like it makes you icky, then trust your body. Talk to a doctor. Maybe do some tests because it's always best to have that regulated by a doctor because they can put you on a special diet that eliminates, like goes through the process of elimination to determine what you're sensitive to. And and I always say when you're doing any sort of changes to your diet, unless it's, something obvious like just eating less because you're not burning through all your food and therefore gaining weight, then that's an that's an obvious thing. Just make sure you don't eat too little. Like all the fads of um, the current one is 1 meal a day. You still got to make sure you have enough energy to let your body do its processes. All of that does take calories. So, what I'm getting down to is take your health seriously. Don't just follow fads. Talk to doctors or nutritionists if you're wanting to change your diet drastically. And remember that um, there's the feast or famine thing. If you just starve yourself, when you do eat again, your body will save that. It will immediately go mostly to fat because your body's prepping for the next famine. So that's why the crash diets of not eating in order to lose weight to fit into whatever for whatever event, that's really bad for you.
And it's not the same as intermittent fasting.
And it's not the same as intermittent fasting. Again, that's something you should always consult with a nutritionist or someone knowledgeable, nutritionist, dietitian, doctor, because intermittent fasting can have its benefits. I haven't looked into it enough to really speak on it. I'm talking about oh, I need to drop so many sizes by this time to go to whatever event and fit into the clothes. That's very unhealthy. A moment, I gotta mute because I gotta clear my throat. Okay, hopefully I got that out of the way in time. I think I did. Anyways, intermittent fasting, the key word there is the intermittent. You're not just
I
not eating.
suggest
But I'm going to stop talking about that because I really know not much about it. Um, I'm just talking to talk. And I'm just thinking about food because Alice in Wonderland does have so much to do with food. Like eating the cake, drinking the potions, eating the mushroom. Always be careful with mushrooms. Don't eat a strange mushroom. Mushrooms can be poisonous.
don't eat a strange mushroom. Don't eat a stranger's mushroom. That was strangely sexual.
I'm not repeating it. If my microphone picked it up, whatever, but I am not repeating it. Don just said something I'm not gonna share because it was just
Wrong.
wrong. Yeah. All right, we're at 99%. We've got a lot of little things in this one. Definitely would not try to use this one for the complete 95% without completing any tasks. That's one of the achievements is to get a job 95% done without getting any dings. I'm not sure I can do that because the dings are one of my favorite parts of PowerWash Simulator. So now we're going to look for all the little things that we've missed. So we look for the stuff that's not 100% clean and we go clean it. And we can highlight it so that we know what it is, which is very helpful on the levels that have um, like if these were all just clock. Yeah, these are all just clock. So if there's one that we haven't gotten all the way, then we wouldn't know which one. So we use the little highlight thing and it will highlight the ones that aren't done. And we also have that function. There we go. We got the wall. And there's another thing is up in the left corner you see where it says like clock and the bar is all dark. Let's find something that's not done. There we are. Kitchen shelf. See how much of white is there? That means that there's that much left uncleaned on this shelf. The shelf itself, not its contents, because its contents are all have separate things. The splashback is clean, so it's all blue. Oh wow, okay, so this is why there was so much of it left on this, is we needed to hop up here. And the fun thing about PowerWash is the tricky bits where you gotta get in behind everything. Okay. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it can get annoying. It all depends on how much of it there is and how tricky it is to get to and how much you like the tricky bit. Okay, is that clean? Is that clean? Is that clean? That's clean. Can't reach that plate to get a good test. Okay, yep, it's done. It's also easier to do sometimes with just teacup stack. All this stuff seems to be done. Oh, caught something. Kitchen countertop is not done. So let's see where the countertop is not done. Got that root there. Ah, behind the carrot bowl. I had a feeling that would be an issue. So here we are, behind the carrot bowl. Okay, where else? Oop, I must be under something because it wasn't letting me pop back up. Ah, apparently the oven wasn't done. Under here? Ooh, there. Let's switch to, there we go. This is good for getting in tight places that are tricky. Like these pots. It's not very good for getting large spaces because it does leave tracks. But it's good for the tiny places. Look at all those dings. Lots of stuff I was missing. Wow. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, let's see. Bed alcove. Bed alcove. That must be up here. Oh yeah, the part with the carrot pillow. Okay. So it's something on the wall. Ooh. There's some spots there on the wood. Let's get back to a wider beam. Hang on. There we go. That's the one I wanted. Wonder if it's behind the pillows here. Yep. There it was. I know there was something on here. Bedroom tree, it's called. Yeah. Thought it was tree. Oh, this wall still has some spots. I can see them. And here. This has got a lot. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Gonna go up and down because we can. Oh, under there. There we go. That's got it. Ooh, this has still got a lot. I missed a lot. Here we are. Why is a raven like a writing desk? Careful, she's stuck raving mad. Now I can't remember if that was actually in the books or if that was something Disney added. Still amusing. Okay, I thought it still had a white dot, but I don't see. Okay, back to the list. The carrot pillow isn't done? Probably underneath. Ah, there, on the back. There we go. And balustrade. I can't remember what a balustrade is. Let's see if we can figure it out by what is flashing. This. I guess it's like the railing? Oh, maybe I should look up balustrade. I see. Maybe that. There we go. That did it. And let's see. Bedroom trees. So we're not done with the trees up here. Let's see. That one's not flashing. That's a central tree. That's a bedroom tree, but it doesn't have any dots. That's a bedroom tree, and it doesn't have any dots left. Oh, yep, it does. Down here somewhere? Maybe? I don't see. And that's the problem. Of course, it doesn't help that this nice wood tone. Okay, so these are separate. Oh, that's probably the dividing line right there. Because this one still has a dot on the line. Let's be methodical. Let's go over every little nook and cranny. So go down the edge, along the bottom, and up here. And make sure that we get everything. And on the inside. And start to wonder if this is the 99% glitch that keeps appearing on PowerWash. I don't know if it keeps appearing. I just heard about it before. I never had an issue with it. Let's see. Yeah, it's this. Okay, it goes to here. Okay. Maybe it's inside. Ah, that's obvious. It just took a little bit. Okay. Alright, bedroom wall panels. So one of the wall panels is not done. Right here. So that's another thing where the highlight is handy. So it'll let you know just what area is covered by that. I should have known to get around in behind, but I just completely missed it. So there we go. Bedroom windows. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to be one of these panels? No? Are there any other windows in the bedroom? This is the bedroom. Did I? Yeah, that seems to be blinking. There it goes. Okay. And two more clocks. I knew some of the clocks would be missed, but I'm surprised. I got 22 out of 24, so let's see which ones. See if we can tell because they're light colored mostly. Fortunately, this one's dark. Okay, should be one more. Look for the flashing. That one. Yay, clock cleaned. I cleaned that clock. Clock rug. Really? Okay, I thought oh, probably need to move the ladder. Okay, let's take okay, I see some there. Wonder if I need to get under the hands. I did a pretty good job getting under the ladder, it looks like. But what did I miss? Let's turn off the water. Probably just a bunch of little spots here and there. So let's switch to the biggest stream we have, because I've gone over it enough. Actually, let's see, it's multi-purpose. Let's actually see if I can remember. Yes, bundle cleaner. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I do. So let's just do this. This should get it. Because I don't see any spot that I didn't get. Listen to the bubbles. Bubble, 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 bubble. There it goes. Okay. I'm not going to leave that on because I don't want to waste all of the soap. Coffee table. Which table is considered the coffee? That one. Okay. And I probably need to get down underneath it. Yeah. I hit the button too many times, so I didn't squat. There we go. We're getting it. There we go. I thought I had done that, but probably not. I get a little distracted, especially when I'm talking. Entrance door frame. I didn't get that. There we go. Didn't take much. Kitchen cabinets. Which cabinet did we not get? This one. There was so much dinging in the kitchen. There we go. And kitchen cabinet doors. 23 out of 24. So I did pretty good. There we are. That's a drawer, but we'll go with that. Unless it's a tricky drawer and is actually... Did I not do the ceiling in the kitchen at all? I did. Okay, so there's probably little spots. Let's unhighlight that so that we can see when we do the glow dirt, we can actually see the dirt, because that's one problem with the highlight is that we can't see the glow when we hit it. There we go. It was by the beam, so that makes sense. And now we have the ladder in the way, like I was saying it would be. Right there. That part was obvious. I just needed to be facing the right direction. And we still got enough things left that there's more than 3. Kitchen chairs. Which 2 chairs? This one? Probably on the underneath. Oh, the back side. Okay, and the other one? Which other one? This one. I thought I saw some dirt on that. There we are. And next. Lounge window frame. Okay, that's kitchen, so it's not going to be that. Is it that? Lounge window. Lounge window frame. There we are. It's glowing. Oh, we probably need to get up above. Oh, we need to get all over. There we go. And here we are. Skylight inner windows. One of them. One of the 4. There we go. Skylight outer windows. One of the 9. Could hardly tell with how bright they are. The staircase. Well, obviously the staircase is the staircase. Don't need that to be glowing. We need it. Oops. There we go. We need it to be glowing this. Oh, goodness. We missed a lot. Let's go for something a little tougher. I think this. Because it might not be precision, but it does get more area than the other ones because of the spinny. But you can tell by the spinny nature, you can see in the wet spot, that it doesn't cover. Oops. That's what I wanted to do. Alright. It doesn't cover everything because of it, the spinning. The stove doors. Alright. Stove rail. Oh, that. Wall trees. Apparently I still didn't get everything on the writing desk. But this tree still needs some cleaning. Let's see. Ah, up there. Got that. Writing desk drawers. Ah, writing desk stool. So we don't need to highlight that. We know where the writing desk is. We didn't get the writing desk stool? Maybe down below? Keep hitting the wrong button. And the drawers. Okay, maybe we do need to highlight that to see which drawer needs it. 7 of 8. That one. Yay, it's complete! Woohoo!
Only took you an hour.
And it's 8 o'clock, so we'll see if there's another room in here after we watch. Well, I never. If I was looking at that house with Dodo like I am now, and he said, "Can you believe that only today that house had been ransacked by an enormous child and then set upon by a mix of assorted baked goods, rendering the inside like some kind of pointless, pointillist art exhibit?" I'd say, "Never! You're having me on! It's too clean, is that?" Then he'd shake his head like he is now, and we'd smile and laugh, and we'd smile and laugh and toddle off or tootle off, still shaking our heads and laughing and smiling just like we is now. Yay! Ah, caterpillar's mushroom. Knew it had to be there. Caterpillar.
Oh, that's gonna be a pain.
Imagine this in
In
Snape.
VR.
Huh?
In VR.
No, Snape's. Who played Snape?
Oh,
I know his name.
Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman's voice.
Yes.
I cannot imitate Alan Rickman, but just imagine. Let me ask you a question. If something is a problem and that something gets removed, does the problem get bigger or smaller? It all depends on what's underneath. My problem with the mushroom, although it only became a problem once it was picked by a wandering child, as underneath it was a nest of millipedes, and with millipedes, where there's one dirty foot, there's a mill lots. Their fractious marching was a constant nuisance, so I told them the world is bigger than this, and blew bubbles to rehouse them yonder. Now my problem has become the realization that the world is, indeed, bigger than this. So I rolled myself into this cocoon, where I shall remain until both my logic and my home are flawless. It's already taken quite some time. I have got to take a drink of water, so my model's gonna look rather goofy. Actually, it did not do as bad as it has in the past. It looks like I might have broken it, because the arms are, it's not moving the way it does sometimes. Oh, anyway. The mushroom. Okay, so see up in the corner, there isn't showing anything that needs to be cleaned, so this part doesn't need to be cleaned. Let's take a look around. See if the Cheshire Cat is waiting for us somewhere. Oh, I didn't see in the time lapse. I wonder if we can go back to the time lapse from a previous. No, I probably shouldn't try to do that while I'm on this level. Whilst you work, I'd like to run my thoughts through a paradox that's been troubling me. Go for it. What is troubling you, Caterpillar? Perhaps it's been troubling you too. Lay it on us. Sometimes it takes a little while for the text messages to come through. Dirt Finder General is not always easy to find for text messages. It's a metaphor on my metamorphosis. Ah, what are you? A metamorphosis. Uh, metamorphosis, if you will. Simply put, who am I? That's what the metamorphosis is all about. Butterflies are often used as a metaphor for coming of age, for growing, for finding yourself, for being free. Free of what? Who knows? Wait, I want to see what this says it is. It says it's moss, grime, and spores. Not sure I like the sound of that. Well, mushroom spores. And we know how the mushrooms are in Alice in Wonderland. Well, in Wonderland. That's where we are. I wonder if I can go out on the water. Look, bubble. Nope, I can't go out there. Wait, I gotta be able to. I'm probably just stuck on a rock. Oh, how am I gonna get the bridge if I can't get out there? That's a challenge indeed. As challenging as a caterpillar's puzzle? Who knows? Oh, and I wasn't stuck on a rock, I was stuck on a giant mushroom. Because, well, that's what's here. We are gonna need to bring out the big guns. Haha! We can do this. Oh, wait. We're on a new level. We need to set the colors again. And I hit the wrong spot. Let's try that again. I gotta get the corner just right. Alice's Adventures. Clothing, clothing. Alice's Adventures. Alice's Adventures. We gotta be in the right clothes for the job, you know? Okay. So this has a smaller spray area, but it can go farther. And since I can only go so far out that way, I need to have the reach. Okay. Hopefully this will suffice to get the spots. I mean, it was good enough for the mayor's house on a weaker power washer. Let's see, probably need to do the same thing over here. Get as far as we can with this. As well as we can. Yeah, we can get over there. We probably can get more of that once we're over there, obviously, because the scaffolding is there. Alright. Now, while it has a smaller area that it can hit, it also is stouter. But I'm going to switch back now that I've got the distant stuff. Hopefully all the distant stuff we'll revisit if I missed anything. Alrighty. We'll see what the caterpillar has in store for us, besides the puzzling question of who he is. Notice he's not asking who I am. Of course, he never asked Alice who she is either. He asked what. Benny, no. Don't go back there. Benny's trying to get back to the wires behind my computer.
Your desk is too close.
Oh, my desk is too close. I gotta scoot it out. There. I have scooted it out. And Benny is settling down. I don't have the Benny cam on because I didn't feel up to messing with setting up the phone as the Benny cam. So you just have to trust me. Benny is on my lap. And just hit me with his cold nose. Which is fine, because I think that means he's healthy. Yeah, Benny. You comfy? I know, you probably want me to put a blanket on, because the blanket's more comfortable than my jeans. But it's a little warm to put a blanket on right now. Is this part done? No, it's not. I didn't think it would be. Wait, can we get up here? How far over can we go? Not very. Maybe we can get it with the extended one from this side. Alright, this is a challenge before we even get to the mushroom. And that's fine. We like a challenge. I don't know if the whole entire bridge is one big... Yeah, it probably is, because it's called Bridge Path. We have not gotten much done on this level yet. Of course, we just got here. I don't expect it to be instantly done. That wouldn't be much of a game. They have done a wonderful job capturing the atmosphere of Alice in Wonderland, I think. And it's funny to think about how much of a mess Alice made when she was going through Wonderland. Because usually she's portrayed as a hero, sorta.
Not necessarily the hero, but definitely the protagonist.
Yes, as Don pointed out, not necessarily the hero, but definitely the protagonist. But yeah, I wouldn't say really hero in Alice in Wonderland. She does get to be a queen in Looking Glass, though, but that's all about a chess game. And that's kind of how I try to remember what happens in which book is which one's related to a chess game. Because Looking Glass was a chess game. She's traveling across the Looking Glass land and meeting all sorts of characters who help her along her journey from being a pawn to becoming a queen. And so I'm fairly certain Jabberwock was actually in Looking Glass because she
Yes.
meets Humpty Dumpty and he recites poems at her. And Tweedledee and Tweedledum, I think, actually were from Looking Glass as well, but I'm not absolutely positive on that one. Cheshire is from both, I
He's
believe.
in both.
Well, in both, yes. Um, but he might have just been Wonderland. Now I'm doubting myself. I'm going to have to reread the books. Oh no. How horrible would that be? Uh, Not as fun as it used to be before I had to wear reading glasses. I'm getting old. I don't want to wear reading glasses. Oh, the bridge frame is done. I did get it all. Let's look on the other side. After we get this mushroom, we'll double check the frame on the other side and see if we got it. Get the mushroom. I like how the lights look like eyes. Since you only see two of them at once, even though they're all the way around, you kind of only see two of them at once from each view. Up there you can see three. They don't look as much like eyes that way. This is the post, so that should, there we go. Should be possible to get the post done without the whole entire thing. Up, haven't gotten this completely yet. There we go. There's the spot I was missing. So let's check the bridge frame on this side. Okay, cool. I guess these lower bits are still considered part of the bridge frame. Great. Bridge post. Okay, good. Let's keep on keeping on with that and get along on the outside frame before we get up into all the others. Oh, that is bright. Okay. Let's get the outline first. but since we got started on this kind of, let's at least get the under bit, because we've got to get this portion over here anyway. So we may as well, while we're there, get this whole thing here. Probably once I hit this intersection. Yep, that's what I thought. Let's get the bridge, or the path now, because we're on land. As much land as there is here. I can walk on it, so therefore it's land. Kind of swampy, so, or at least it has the atmosphere of being swampy. So I can imagine it squelching underfoot and being all wet and ooey gooey, like after a storm in the puddles. I don't like walking on that, but some people do. I guess if I had the proper footwear for doing that, I wouldn't mind it too much, but as it is, I always imagine my shoes getting stuck and stuck in the ooze and losing my shoes. That would not be fun. And here we are. Born to wield water, we're the cleaners of the universe. That doesn't work very well. The actual song is Here we are, born to be kings.
We're the princes of the
We're the
universe.
princes of the universe.
Here we are.
I'm trying not to get copyright struck.
I sound nothing like it. You're not gonna get, definitely not gonna get copyright.
Don started singing it. I don't know if my microphone is picking him up anyways.
Of course, I may not even be remembering the lyrics correctly.
Maybe, but it sounds right. Seems right. What's it from?
It's Highlander soundtrack.
Highlander soundtrack. Ah, so it probably is
It's
Queen.
Queen. It is Queen.
Yeah.
Freddie Mercury singing.
Oh yeah, we sound nothing like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, he can sing.
Yeah,
We
Freddie Mercury can sing. We cannot. You can.
somewhat. My voice is kind of shot.
Don is saying his voice is kind of shot, but he can sing. Or at least back when we would play Rock Band, he could sing. He doesn't sing much now. Especially not right this instant since he just cleared his throat and is taking a drink of water. That would be a bad time to try to sing. Singing and drinking water at the same time is. Some ventriloquists can do it. Or pretend to do it. Let's go back to our extended one. Get that part all the way over there. Even though we can probably get it once we get to the land on that side. I like using the extended bit for that. Now he started singing another song.
Created by ancient dragon man. Come here, ancient dragon man. I wish to introduce you to Bonk Stick.
He's using his bonk sticks in Elden Ring in case my microphone is picking him up. He has a character named Fiona who is the combat acupuncturist.
Yes.
Check out his YouTube channel, Don the Baseman, if you want to see his Elden Ring Platinum playthrough. And his sorts of Fiona visiting her patients for acupuncture.
Yes.
That was his stick on the
Percussive acupuncture.
percussive acupuncture. Oh, that didn't take. There we go. It's easier to do the stuff up close with the shorter thing because that lets us be able to get under here, underneath. And if we didn't go underneath, we couldn't get all the little details. And if we still had the long one on, it would like fold the washer away. We wouldn't be able to get it. And even with all the funky colors, it seems so alive with all the drippy, mossy looking vines and everything. They have definitely captured. They've definitely created a wonderland. With the bright colors mixed with the kind of menacing colors. And I'm still waiting to hear the Cheshire Cat's laugh again. That was trippy. They did a good job with that too. Menacing and creepy. And still amused in its own right. And oddly enough, even though these mushrooms are like lamps, kind of like little houses, they don't look like Smurf houses. That's another good job on the part of the PowerWash simulator developers. It's possible to do things with mushrooms and not make them look like Smurf houses. La 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 la. That's enough of that. Smurfs might not be on anymore, but I don't need to be copyright struck by I don't even know who did the Smurfs.
Not me either.
Pretty sure it was not Hanna-Barbera.
No.
Ding. Come on, give me another ding. Another ding, please.
Level up.
Probably gonna have to get on the other side for that. Time for the extended. And almost got. Just getting the outside. We can only get the outside from here. And we're gonna have to get the inside. But we got the lanterns clean enough to be lit up. So that's good. And back to the short one. I think I want to finish the path before I start on the big part. So let's go over the bridge to get to the other side because I can see that it doesn't lead to a big spot that I have to clean. That is not a cleaning thing. This is. Or, well, yeah, this is. So I want to take care of all the outlying stuff first. Just because that's how I feel like doing it this time. And wow, I can hear my nose is getting stuffed up and I can hear it. Can you hear it? I can. My congestion just shifted to where I could definitely feel it and hear it. Ah, allergies, gotta love them. I'm like allergic to everything that grows in this area, so yay. It's like my allergies are being in sympathy to all the growing things here on the screen, the moss, the goop. I'm allergic to power wash simulators. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should get some royalty-free music because I definitely can't afford to pay anybody for their music. I'd love to get some custom music if I had the money to pay for it. That's the thing. I would not want to gyp any artist out of their money. That's why I'd have to go for royalty free. That means that the artist is like, no, you don't have to pay for it. I'm good. You can use it. That or like they're long dead and their estate has not claimed any rights to it or whatever. I don't know how that works. I remember being very surprised to learn that Happy Birthday is actually copyrighted. That's why some restaurants would make up their own birthday songs because they technically, if they sang Happy Birthday to their customers, they were kind of making money off of it, even though not, because they'd still. Look who's there! Hi there.
Hit him with the water.
I can't.
No.
It does, I don't. I don't think so.
He's way too far away.
Yeah, even for that, even for the long reach.
You gotta use the
Oh, that wasn't
plastic nozzle.
there. Wait. Yeah, that is the extra long extension. I had it right. Okay, and we'll switch to that one. Yeah, it's not reaching him. It reaches the mushroom under him. Wow. That is a very psychedelic version of the Cheshire Cat.
Closer.
How could he hit the Cheshire Cat?
Yes.
Oh no, he is way farther away than it seemed.
Oh my god. Is he ever?
Look.
Kitty Prince.
Nope, I can't get to him. He's just part of the background, like the world snake in God of War.
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr in God of War, except for in the parts where Atreus goes and talks to him. Ah, I gotta. Come on. Why is it? Oh. There we go. That fixed that. Now let's. Okay, that's equipped. It's not switching. Oh, duh. Alright, my brain. It was switched. I was like looking at the nozzle and going, why is it still on the triple? Because all I was changing was the length. Ah, I'm being stupid. Almost as silly as going after the Cheshire Cat and trying to spray him. We know cats. Most cats don't like water. But I had to see if I could. He's watching. Look at the curly mustache makes him look like an old-fashioned villain in the old black and white um, films. Or at least the stereotypical. Ah, that's done. Okay. And is this done? Yes. Okay, now we can come back over here and finish the path around this direction. And we're just going to pretend that there is not a giant psychedelic cat with hypnotic eyes looming over us. Which is kind of hard to do. I am Luffy Tick after all. I'm a fool for kitties. Or a foolish kitty. Whichever. It's me. And now we're into the big mushroom, whatever this is. I think it's supposed to be a mushroom. Notice the caterpillar didn't say anything about Alice ruining his place. The caterpillar is more existential. I think Alan Rickman did play the caterpillars in one of the versions of Alice in Wonderland. which is why
Yes.
uh,
The one that had Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter.
the one with Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter, Don says. In my original state, I was simply a caterpillar. Of that, there could be no doubt. It was self-evident, I think. Therefore, I am. But now, but now I am in my cocoon. I still think the same, but I'm not the same. I am liquid. Ooh, are caterpillars liquid when they're metamorphosizing into a butterfly?
They become a pile of goo.
They become a pile of goo. I think, therefore I jam. No, 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 no. Jam on. Ham on. I don't think Weird Al would copyright strike me for
No,
singing a
no.
little bit of
Oh, I forgot you
Eat It.
guys do that.
I think that's from Eat It. Ham on Rye. I think that's from Eat It. He's got a lot of food songs actually. Weird Al does.
All right. Ham on, ham on wheat. All right.
Now Don is singing
Eat it.
Eat It while
No, not
playing
eat it.
Elden Ring.
Not eat
It
it.
wasn't Eat It?
No, it was fat.
Oh, it was Fat. That's right. Like I said, Weird Al has a lot of food oriented songs. Or eating oriented songs, whichever way you want to look at it.
No.
At least a couple of them. I mean, he has a whole entire album called Fat. And there's
Yeah.
Beat It.
It's
Or no, Eat It. Beat It isn't Eat It. Beat It is the Michael Jackson song that he made into. But he does say take an egg and beat it.
yeah, it's on fat,
Oh, it's on Fat the album.
but I think I
Now we're
those are
gonna
the
have
only
to.
two food ones I can think of.
I lost on Jeopardy. That's not a food one, but anyways, it is a Weird Al song.
I lost them.
Look at all the socks. Of
Put down
course.
the chainsaw and listen to
To me.
me. It's time for us to join in the fight.
Oh, now he's
Go
singing Dare to Be
yippee-ki-yay, go up to
Stupid,
be cowboy.
which is
Time
on
for us to set up
Transformers.
right.
Uh, yeah, we are both Weird Al fans. Haven't seen the movie though, the one with Daniel
Radcliffe as Weird
Radcliffe.
Al.
Speaking of other Harry Potter actors, I haven't seen it. Is this a onesie for the caterpillar? Caterpillar pajamas. Look at all the legs. I guess they wanted to have caterpillar laundry. Because everybody's got dirty laundry. There's another song. Not Weird Al, but another song. There's always songs. I was trying to jump up on the laundry line there, but I couldn't. I jumped over it or under it. I don't know where I went. But lots of little nooks and crannies to get. Wonder if we gotta get in all. Yeah, we gotta get in all the little holes here. Time for turbo nozzle. It spins. It should be able to get all the little caterpillar jumper. That's what it is. Or here we call it a one.
Oh, it's his clothes. I thought you were actually watching the caterpillar for a moment.
No, he's over. He's up there. Where is it? There. I backed up way farther than I thought I had.
Okay.
See all the socks?
That's what that's what I realized was
That it's his clothes.
yeah.
Ah, there we go. That's what I was trying to do. There we go. Wow. just trying to get this little edge here. There we go. There's obviously more to it than that. Uh, got the rope. Alright. Have I got all these pins? Got the jumper. Washing line peg. Washing line post. There's probably more down below. How about that peg? While I'm up here, that peg. Okay, good. And all these pegs. Washing line peg. Caterpillar sock. Washing line peg. What is it that I keep hitting? Fungus deck. Okay, yeah, we know haven't got that. Mushroom base, we know we haven't got that. Trying to get all the stuff that's up here before I hop down again. Or fall down. Which is always a possibility. Okay, this peg. That peg. They are kind of square pegs. Square pegs. Square pegs. Square. Square. Pegs. That is a uh, obscure reference. Unless you're old enough to remember the show. Square pegs. Yay. That post is already done. Let's make sure all the socks are done. Sock. 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 These are big socks for the end of a caterpillar's foot. Sock. Maybe you'd have more than one foot per sock because that's definitely not enough socks. Oh, this mushroom does look candy-like. Like you could just go and scoop out a bit. But again, don't go eating strange mushrooms. See, that's what it does when the nozzle is too long for the spot that you're doing. And if you do that on the smallest nozzle, then basically you need to move and try a different angle. Like coming up here instead of staying squatted down there. That's what it's reminding me of. There are mushrooms like that in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the old one with Gene Wilder. Is Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of the kids does that. They scoop out a bit of the mushroom and eat it. And I knew it wasn't in Alice because the picture wasn't right in my head for Alice in Wonderland or Looking Glass. But it was from Willy Wonka, not the one with Johnny Depp, the older one. I think Sammy Davis Jr. was in it too. At least his song, Candyman can.
Sammy Davis Jr. was not in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was the book. Now I have to look it up. Not right now, because I'm doing this right now. But I'm going to have to. Gotta get the inside of this. This is the fungus deck? Yep, this is the fungus deck. There's a fungus among us. How fun. If there's more of it, is it a fungi? I do that. I don't realize what position am I in and I hit the button too many times, so I end up standing back up when I'm trying to do the prone position. Here we are. Let's just go around here. And then we'll go back around up a little higher. We'll just get a pattern going. That's why I like the nice sweeping things like this, which has been interrupted by this curve in here, but we get there. We'll do the inside of this part so that when we come back around, we don't have to worry about it. We can just skip over it because it'll be done. There we go, back on track on this pattern. We go around and around. Let's see, has the Cheshire Cat moved? Nope, he's still up there, watching us. I like the little fireflies. Don't go chasing fireflies. Is that part of a song, or am I misremembering lyrics? Don't go chasing waterfalls, I think is what I'm thinking of. So I could sing Don't Go Chasing. No, I can't get the tune of it.
Yeah, the Gene Wilder one was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Are you sure?
Yep.
I think the book was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It may have been Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Wanna look it up?
Not really.
You're out of sight of Grace. You can use your computer.
Nah, I don't wanna. I'd
I
rather
think
be in. I would rather be incompetently incorrect.
incompetently
Yes.
incorrect. No, the book was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but I think the movie was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I think the one with Johnny Depp um,
Willy Wonka.
was Willy Wonka.
I think.
I
It may have been Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I would.
God, I don't remember.
All right, fine.
No,
Where's
don't.
my? There's my iPad. I
iPad.
gotta look. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, let's take a look. Now that that is stuck in my head, before I go start singing any of the songs from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. What was the name of the chocolate factory movie with Johnny Depp? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was the one with Johnny Depp.
Okay. Which
And
is the name of the book?
what was the ah? My finger hit the screen. The wrong finger hit the screen, and the wrong name of
Uh-oh.
the. Did you move away from your side of Grace?
Yeah.
Chocolate Factory. Factory? Factory
Fat turkey.
movie with Gene Wilder. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay. So I was getting them mixed up.
Yep, you were getting them mixed up. Hey, look, my Google homepage has a picture of Puck from Nightingale. And Benny's about to step on my iPad.
You're going to want to put your blankie on.
I should put my blankie on so Benny will come on my lap. This fungus deck is getting really clean in this one spot since I was looking up.
Here you come.
There we go. Come here, Benny. And I gotta close this so that I can close the iPad and have the cover protecting it in case Benny steps on it. Alright, there we go. We're all set and Benny is loafing on my lap. I have a blanket on because he likes the blankets. we go. And actually, I think there's several books in the Chocolate Factory series. There's Charlie in the Great Glass Elevator. Um, and I don't remember the rest.
Elevator go up.
Elevator go up, elevator go down. That is from Baby Looney Tunes.
Baby what?
Baby Looney Tunes, wasn't it Daffy Duck? Baby Lo-
It was from um, Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons, that's right. Tiny Toons. Where the Looney Tunes were babies or
No, they were
toddlers.
kids,
They're
not
kids.
toddlers.
Wasn't there one where they were babies?
You might be thinking of Muppet Babies.
Muppet babies, we make our dreams come true. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Tiny Toons. Daffy Duck. Elevator go up. Elevator go down. Butterfly. I was going to ask Don a question about a song that is now kind of stuck in my head, but he's fighting a big uh dragon? Maybe? I don't know what it is.
I'm beating a dragon.
He's beating a dragon.
Didn't even get hit once.
Didn't get hit once. Okay, so song, is it Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls?
It's called Waterfalls by Salt and Pepper.
It's Waterfalls by Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper? Really?
Yep.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. I can't even get the tune in my
Stick
head
to
now.
the streams and the rivers you're used to.
That's Salt and Pepper?
That's Salt and Pepper.
Wow.
Have it.
Don't
Those
go
breakfast on all those are
chasing
dancing trees.
fireflies.
Don't they
Stick
look like
to
they're
the
dancing?
dancing tree. Yeah, they do look like that. Well, it looks like they're in. Yeah, it looks like they're dancing.
Yeah,
He
the
was
others
just
are waving. Those are dancing.
having me look at some trees on Elden Ring, and because they're moving, but it's not like that. It is not
Yeah,
in
they
any
are different.
direction
They're
that
not
wind would
they're not
ever blow
moving in
them.
wind.
They are not moving in wind. But they did make me think of Pacific Drive. Oh, wow. He's now closer to them, and they are definitely dancing. They look like those little dancing flower pots you can get, and you turn on music and they go up and down. They are definitely dancing. And I cannot get that spot on the top. Like, come on, come on. I can get up here.
Welcome to Elden Ring, home of dancing trees, located in the Shadow Realm. Coming to a theater near you.
So, hopefully the microphone picked that up because he was kind of doing a little bit
I
of
was
a.
recording a video.
Were you recording a video?
Yep.
So you will be able to hear that on his channel, on the Baseman, on YouTube, on the tubes of you. Well, hopefully you didn't pick me up on your microphone then. I
It,
didn't.
it didn't even pick me up because that microphone is turned off.
Oh, turns out his microphone was turned off.
Everybody, I am Don the Baseman and welcome.
Are you trying again?
Here in just a moment.
Okay, I'm gonna be quiet so he can record his video. He's just doing a few seconds to capture the dancing trees.
Welcome to Elden Ring's newest sensation, dancing trees, located in the Shadowlands. Coming to a theater near you.
You
Welcome
done?
to Elden Ring's newest sensation.
Yep, he's done.
Alright.
And I don't know if he was recording that directly to his YouTube channel.
No,
This
I
look
didn't record it directly to the YouTube
looks
channel.
like it's supposed to be a tongue or something. It's from the pink. Tongue after eating something very bright. That cake that Alice was eating with the bright pink frosting. Kind of disturbing, actually. Did I get that? Is that still? Yep, that's still dirty. Or is that just shiny? Okay, that's just shiny. It's not still dirty. Okay. It's kind of hard to tell on some of this. That's not hard to tell. Don't go chasing water. Don't go chasing lightning bugs.
Stick to the 7-digit numbers you use.
Oh, that's another Weird Al song. Don't go making phony calls. But I'm gonna sing. Don't go chasing firebugs. Stick to the swamps and moss you're used to. There we go. A little bit of milk. To elaborate,
Don't go chasing ogres now.
don't go chasing ogres now.
Yeah,
Are you coming up on an ogre? Are there ogres in Elden Ring?
there are more dancing trees.
When a caterpillar wraps itself inside a cocoon, it does not simply change from a caterpillar into a butterfly. Its head does not simply grow more refined, replete with its long, elegant tongue. Speaking of the fungus looking like a tongue, its body does not shrink, grow hairy, and sprout wings. Just waiting for the next. Oh no, the process is far more singular than that.
Oh
It's
no.
trying to get me to get the scaffolding. I don't know if I'll be able to get this whole thing without using scaffolding and ladders, but we'll see what we can do. The scaffolding is sometimes even more difficult to use than the ladder because it's big and bulky and you got to move it around and find the places that it fits. But you don't have to stay on it. You can jump off it at any point. So it gets kind of interesting. Well, not at any point. One side of it always has a rail. There's always a side. But then it's open. I'll show you. There's another one of the Willy Wonka mushrooms. See here, we could jump off that side there, but not that side because of the rail. And that's what I was talking about. Woo! Since we're over here, let's get this mushroom and get under here since I'm squatted already. Get all the different angles from being able to turn the nozzle.
This is what we were, you know, watching two dragons fight it out.
Oh, there's two dragons fighting each other. And then I guess he'll kill the other one.
Yep.
So he'll let the dragons fight and then kill the other one. That's on the Elden Ring that Donna is playing right now. Here you get play by play. Not really, because I'm doing this. Play by play on the parts of Elden Ring that Don feels like pointing out to me while I'm playing PowerWash. Fortunately for that situation, I can look away from PowerWash, as I proved with looking up to see what movies Gene Wilder and Johnny Depp were in. Oh, there's still some. Ah, there. It wasn't even hidden. It wasn't even a tiny little bit. It was a big spot. Alright, let's see if we can get in under here, because I know this is going to have a between. Betwixt and between. And I don't know the difference between those two words. The only time I've ever heard betwixt is when it's used in conjunction with between. So I don't know if people are being redundant when they say it. Let's see. Let's get another mushroom that belongs in Willy Wonka. Was it Violet? No, it wasn't Violet who took a bite of the mushroom. It was one of the girls, I think. Now I'm trying to remember the characters. Oompa loompa doopity dee. If you are wise, you will listen to me. I do wonder about parodies are allowed as far as copyrights go. But when it's a big parody like Futurama's um, Slurm Factory, where they went to the Slurm Factory and it was pretty much done up like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. If uh, if they had to pay any royalties or something on that, I don't know. I don't know much about Willy Wonka as I do about Alice in Wonderland, and I don't know much about um, well, I know for copyrights you just want to avoid copyrighted material. But where copyright and parody cross, I don't know just what is allowed, how much it has to be different. So I try to avoid anything like that, except for, just a couple of seconds of a song. That's just safer that way. Because I'd rather not get hit with copyright, and I actually strongly believe in copyrights because people should have the rights to their creative stuff, the stuff that they have created, their intellectual property. That's it. I won't say IP because that always makes me think of IP address, but it is sometimes shortened to IP, anyways, because it's intellectual property. IP. I'm babbling, I know. My nose has gotten all congested in sympathy for all the spores and mold that my character's having to breathe in. So I'm breathing through my mouth, and I hope that is not audible on the microphone. I really do. This level might take a while. There's a lot of stuff in it. I'm only 46% done, and it's already almost 9 o'clock. We may have to call it. In fact, I should call it and pick it up next week. Same cat time, same cat channel. Hehe. I can say that because the original was Bat. Anyways, we will pick it up next time because it is almost 9 o'clock and I am having trouble breathing and talking, so I should probably stop. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next time. If I can get out of the. Bye!